What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Now, this one I actually wanted to do, the idea because I think it could help people somewhat understand some scenarios, especially in the YouTube world. So I feel like it's important, and that is talking about our pride, and when we're giving our opinions on something, on matters. Our pride is very hard to control. You know what I mean? It's one of our biggest flaws. You know what I mean? Because it's a very thin line of what could you say is actually your pride or your ego. You get what I'm saying? It's very hard to separate the two. You get what I mean? Now, when it comes to explaining stuff and you giving your message out there to people, one thing I could give as advice, and this is just my opinion, because I do study psychology and from the research, and all that. The importance of when you're giving your opinion on something is never to talk smack about the opposition, right? About the opposite side. Like, don't bash them or humiliate them or call them names and stuff like that, because then people are going to jump on board on what you're saying just for the simple fact of you talking smack about others. Because then they're not supporting your message. They're not supporting what you stand for or none of that. They're supporting you talking shit about them because that's how they view the other side. The support is only coming surely based off of hatred. And you will never get nothing good out of hating or hatred. You get what I'm saying? When you talk bad about, whether it's, different gang or a different religion or a different politics or different anything, it's never good. You get what I'm saying? Because then all the people that are going to jump on board, because it is going to get you more of a following like that, it is, but not in a good way. You should never base your choices off of emotions, bro. You know what I'm saying? Choose something because that's how you really, you viewed it. You heard both sides out. You know what I mean? That's really your choice, and not just because how you feel about this side or how they view that side. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed that a lot of people tend to support individuals just surely based off of pure emotions. They hear somebody calling this other group fucking idiots and losers and everything, and that's the only reason why they'll say that. Yup, this guy is telling the truth. This guy's the one right here. He's definitely knows what he's talking about. Why? Because it lines up with your views on the opposition. That's why he's seen as the answer, the salvation, the one that's actually speaking the truth, because it just conveniently lines up with your views on the group and going based off of just pure negativity. When you can relate to somebody on someone because of negativity, is never good, bro. It's never good. I never come on here talking smack about my enemies. I don't even ever mention them by name. I never come here talking smack about other channels, even channels that are considered, to people as no good and stuff like that. I never speak on them. When have you guys ever seen me come on here and ever talk smack about them? You know what I mean? Because I know that that's not a good trade. I know that that's something that's not good to do. Could I get more subscribers like that? Could I get more followers like that? Yes, all true. But at what cost? And for what? It's never good to do that. I don't speak on no individuals or nothing like that because I know what it does to individuals. I know what it stirs. That's not something that's good. Look, it's kind of like saying, when individuals come on here, right? Like there's several channels that, have left a life behind and all of that, right? They come on here and they talk smack about other individuals, because they feel like their pride is being attacked. You know what I mean? They feel like their character is being attacked because of how they feel, like how, their choices and what they left behind. These people are pretty much like trying to stomp on it. You know what I mean? So, they feel the right, like they need to defend themselves. So they'll come on here and be like, oh, well, I don't even know why these people are talking about this. They're not even allowed to be on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Now that's their defense now, because now they're not coming and giving their opinion. Now they're in defense. You know what I mean? Because they felt like they're being attacked. Their characters being under attack. Their choices are being under attack. So now they feel like they have to defend themselves. And so now they come and talking. But see, both sides are doing the same thing, though. You know what I mean? Attacking each other for this or that. That's why I have always said I never give my opinions on none of that. You know what I mean? I don't even speak on the matters. I don't speak on these channels. I don't speak on none of that, because I know that if I do, despite how I view it and how I see it or whatever, is first of all, I'm gonna get nothing out of it, bro. You know what I mean? Except create more division amongst people, right? On who's really at right here, this side or this side. You know what I mean? That's creating more division, because everyone's going to have their own points of views of how they want to view it. Despite if they like the life and they know somebody with it, then they're going to side with this group. And if they themselves have made these choices, or know someone that made these choices, or just view gangsters stupid in general, they're going to choose this side. You get what I mean? So it becomes just more division, more negativity, and all of that. That's why I don't even talk on the matters and none of that. You know what I mean? That's why I never voice. For those who have wondered why I don't talk about this and that, or my opinion, that is the reason why. I studied the psychology behind all of this. I know that this is not good. That I'm gonna get nothing out of speaking about those matters, and speaking about people's choices. That's that individual, whatever choice he wanted to choose, whether he still wants to be a part of the streets, or whether he doesn't want to be a part of the streets. That's his choice. None of my business. I don't care. You get what I'm saying? It's not my mess for me to be stepping in there and woo wah. Every individual is entitled to feel and say what they want. You get what I mean? But that's why understanding your pride. So when you're choosing to watch a channel, that's why I never talk hatred on here, because I want the subscribers that I have, I want them to actually be here because they understand the message. They get what I'm talking about, that they understand, right? And I know that they must do, because I never talk shit about nobody. I never talk shit about my enemies, or about this group or that group, or none of that. I never talk smack about nobody or nothing like that. For my subscribers to surely be here on just the fact that, yeah, F them fools. I don't want subscribers like that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to actually open people's eyes and understand this illness, because it is an illness, and understand the problem, because it starts with the antidote starts in everybody's household, and actually understand what makes these individuals to begin with. That way, their kids don't turn out this way. You know what I mean? And if they start going down that path, or want to go down that path, or anything like that, this is the reason why. And what could be done about it, and etc. Or if you know someone that already chose this life, maybe a little insight of why he chose what he chose, and why he views the stuff how he views it. It's never done to glorify or to make myself seem like I'm some super gangster that knows all the rules and everything. That's never the goal. See, people see it that way because if they were to do the same thing, that's the reason why they would do it. Because when people have egos, right? If you yourself would do something because of this reason, then you're gonna think that everybody else is gonna do it for the same reason that you do. But not everybody's the same. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody thinks like that. Not everybody's opinions or views are like that. Everybody in this world is their own person, and has their own views, and has their own reasons on why they choose to do what they do. Not everybody's views are the same. Like if a man's staring at you, not every man wants to sleep with you. You get what I'm saying? There's just different, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because this one person ripped you off doesn't mean that everybody's going to rip you off. Or just because this one person conned you doesn't mean that everybody's a con. You get what I'm saying? Or just because you will con somebody doesn't mean that that person's trying to con you just because you're willing to con them. Not everybody's the same. We're not all here for the same reason. You know what I mean? And not all gang members are the same. So understanding your pride and separating the two, right? Because your people's own biased views is always gonna stir up negativity, right? and not let them see people's real messages, true messages. Um, so it's not that this person's trying to push something negative or this person's really the negative one. It's just that, if people are viewing it that way, they just really don't want to listen to the person because they already feel some type of way about these individuals that it's like, nah, I don't want to listen to you. I don't have to listen to you. Nothing you could say is going to convince me otherwise. But we're the ones that are stubborn. We're the ones that don't listen. You get what I'm saying? It's people's pride that get in the way, their egos, however you want to view it. But being able to separate the matters, don't ever support somebody because of hatred. You know what I mean? Because they're talking smack about another side or anything like that. That's not a good reason on why to support somebody. And if you're out there looking to push a movement, it's never good to base your movement off of negativity, hatred, or talking shit about somebody or something else. Because you're gonna get nothing positive after hate. Yeah, you might be able to make some kind of noise and move forward, whatever. But it's only temporarily before it blows up because those followers are not stable followers. You know what I mean? They're people that view it some type of way. So then, when your views start to not line up with theirs, then you're gonna lose that support, because that support was just it was an allegiance based off of something negative. You know what I mean? And if we all know this, negativity is not something that's stable. It's very unstable. It could get you to the top faster, but it's only a matter of time before it crumbles and it all falls down. Compared to this way, it's a lot slower, but it's more steadier. You know what I mean? Don't judge another person. Everyone's entitled to feel and say how they want in this world. Don't worry about them. Just worry about yourself. And try to find solutions to problems instead of name calling and talking smack and this and that, because that's not helping. You know what I mean? It's never going to help the scenarios or situations. At the end of the day, people could do and say whatever they want. They have that title. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else, despite what people say. But just understand that it's never gonna help. You get what I mean? So being able to separate the two. So if you support somebody because they talk shit about somebody else, then you really have to ask yourself on why you're really supporting the individuals. I'm just saying. I'm Shadow. We out.